What is going on? I'm your vegan food explorer, and today we have got an epic video lined up for you. It's a little bit different, but basically one of our fantastic vegan food explorers followers have let us know that Bird's Eye Green Cuisine are launching two new products. These are southern fried chicken, vegan chicken, and then I think they're called crispy chicken fillets, something like that. I'm a massive fan of the Bird's Eye Green Cuisine. I think they're ace. And secondly, before I went vegan, I was an absolute fiend for southern fried chicken, chicken nuggets, all of that stuff. So I can't wait. We've got to cycle today because my wife's got the car, so we're going to really work for our food. So I'm going to go to Asda because that's where they stock it. They don't seem to stock them anywhere else. We've got Green Cuisine in a number of places, but only these new ones in Asda. So got to go get those. We're going to bring them back, cook them up and see what's what. Let's go.
I just want to say, when I was at Asda, they had this huge sections throughout. So they had ones in the chilled section, but they had this in the freezer section, which is clearly labelled plant-based. So they have their own brands. They have Goodfellas, they have Chicago Town, they had corn, and then they also had our good friends Green Cuisine. We're now back from Asda and we've got our grills, we've got the oven on, and we're ready to pop them in and see what's what. £1.50 each. I thought was a little bit expensive at first, but it's only 75p per fillet. So actually, I think that's not too bad. And if you see the calories, they're about 291 calories each, 11 grams of protein. The grills are basically the same, so it's actually not that bad. I also love they don't have any plastic. In days gone by, when I used to eat these kind of things for chicken before I was vegan, you'd have these wrapped in a plastic bag inside here, but now they've really been smart with their packaging, so it's just a bit of cardboard. So we're going to have one of each. Let's slide it out. So I kind of know what to expect with the southern fried chicken, but let's get this one out. So yeah, it's literally a chicken breast. That's what they're copying. So I think that's a good size. Maybe a little bit smaller than I would have expected, but not too bad. Right, let's have a look at the crispy grill then. Oh yeah, look at that. So basically it's a giant chicken nugget, which I've definitely heard of worse things. Right, let's get them down like this, real nice. Yeah, right, so we're going to put the southern fried chicken in first because it takes 25 minutes for 7 minutes, and then we're going to pop this in afterwards. And I'll see you then. See you once they're cooked.
So I just put the southern fried chicken in, and I just want to cover something, which is a question sometimes people ask me, actually quite a lot, and it's all about, will Bird's Eye sell chicken nuggets, real chicken nuggets, real southern fried chicken, real fish fingers? That's what they're famous for. And I mean, I'm a vegan. If you're a vegan, even if you're a vegetarian, this is kind of what you're against, right? Everything that you strive for and you're against, kind of summed up in a company that, yeah, in my opinion, abuses animals. I mean, they kill them. It can't get any worse than that. And then bread them. I mean, that's really seriously messed up. Slice them up, bread them, put them in a box. That's very, very disturbing. So why should we support a company like that? And a lot of people say you shouldn't. It's outrageous. You can't be a vegan supporting this company. I say that's absolute rubbish. We live in the world where that is a reality. You just got to get real. That is the reality. Wouldn't want it, but it is. So how are we going to make the world go vegan? Well, the big companies like Bird's Eye are going to be a massive, massive help for us in doing so, because they are, at the end of the day, changing consumers' tastes, and they're selling the food, a ton of food that we actually eat. So if we use like the carrot and the stick analogy, if we're using a stick and go, no, you can't sell that, it's not going to change. If anything, it's just going to put them off. If we do the carrot being that we incentivize it by buying these foods and voting with our dollars and pounds, then they're going to be incentivized to change. And that is an absolutely massive help. We live in a capitalist society, whether you like it or not. We do. Money talks. And these companies, they've only got so much they can spend on their new product development. So if they're seeing a lot of money coming in from the vegan section, they're only going to increase because they don't care. They don't want to sell chickens or whatever. They want to sell soy. If it makes more money, then that's great. So if we can divert that new product development and all of that time into vegan products, that can only be a good thing for the long-term health of ourselves, the population, the planet, and the animals. So
right, we're here. I've got them in front of me. I've got to say, they're fresh out of the oven. I opened my oven just then, and my word, they smell good. I can smell the southern fried chicken is just kind of aromatizing throughout my house. It smells absolutely amazing. Right, I'm so excited to cut these open because I really want to see what they look like inside. So let's do the southern fried chicken first, because I know exactly what that should look like. Okay, so it's wheat protein. So I've had quite a lot of wheat protein chickens before. That looks pretty good to me. Pretty realistic. Soft. A little bit firmer than I'd have thought. I mean, smell the southern fried. Because remember, southern fried chicken, why does it taste so good? Because it's covered in these lovely vegan seasonings. That's why it tastes good. Now let's try the cut open this crispy chicken, which is chicken free crispy. This one, let's have a look. What? Yeah, so it's just like a giant chicken nugget. Wow, look at that. Yeah, giant chicken nugget, super crispy on the outside, hopefully soft on the inside. When I took these out a minute ago, they were sizzling, so they're gonna be super hot. Right, let's go for it. I'm gonna try the southern fried chicken first because I just know how that should taste. And then the crispy, I mean, I know how a chicken nugget should taste, but I've not had like a fillet version before, so let's try the southern fried first. Right, I have a bit of ketchup. Oh yeah. Oh yes. That is epic. Wow. So I was a little bit concerned because I've had wheat protein chicken before, vegan chicken, and most recently from a company called VFC, who I love the company, but the chicken just wasn't quite good enough, in my opinion. This is amazing. Really, really, really nice. It's not as tender as, say, a What the Cluck or a This Isn't Chicken, but it is still very tender and it does the job perfectly. Wow. Maybe a little bit more chewy, but I don't think that's the chicken. I think that's the breadcrumb, actually. Maybe a bit more chicken than your chewy than your traditional real chicken version, but my word, that was good. Okay, let's go straight into the crispy. Okay. Cuts, yeah, fine. So that should taste fairly similar. Okay, let's have a look. Wow. It's almost like a batter. It's almost like a beer batter. It reminds me of the batter on like fish and chips you get in a pub. Very, very light. Wow. I'm so pleased because I was a little bit concerned because, you know, this sort of food is just so great. Have it in your freezer, smash it out when you need it on a Friday or just a midweek when you're super hungry, or a potato, jacket potato or chips, and it's just good. Or I used to get 2 slices of bread, have one of these in with a load of ketchup, absolutely perfect. Maybe not recommend it now as the pinnacle of fine dining, but it is nice. Let's have one more try. Wow. I gotta give these are just epic, to be honest. There's no other way of saying it. I'm super impressed. The price, 75p each, so £1.50 for the pack, which you get 2, I think is reasonable. Obviously they could be sold for less, and hopefully the more we buy, they will go down, as the base ingredients must be pretty cheap. But I've got to say, I give these really, really high ratings. I would say a non-vegan might just be able to tell the difference, but I think if you were eating them and you didn't know, unless you were asked, I don't think you would know. So I give these an absolutely high, super high rating. Personally, for me, which I prefer, I've got to say the southern fried chicken, just because it gives back those memories. The southern fried, they've absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. The crispy, still really nice, but I mean, come on, you can't beat a southern fried vegan chicken, can you? Hopefully that helps. Let me know what other bird's eye green cuisine you've had, which is your favourite. Hopefully these are going to be your new favourite, and of course, see you in the next video.